Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Miguel here in Bethlehem. Just got home from work a couple hours ago. The missus has to work tonight, so I woke up the little guy, got a year and a half old at home. Woke him up right before the ball dropped so we could celebrate together. I didn't want to be alone. Uh, Mom was able to call on video chat, so that got him really, really excited to see his mommy. That woke him up really, really quick. And then follow that up with all the fireworks and everything going on TV. He was not wanting to go back to bed, but who cares? We had fun and hung out for another half hour, 45 minutes. And, some midnight shenanigans. And those are the cool things you can do when you have a 1.5-year-old. Is it the most responsible parenting? I don't know. I don't care. You only get a new year one time. Anyway, with that, Happy New Year, everybody. New decade. 2020. Good time to set some new goals, some resolutions, if you would, whatever you want to call them. Who cares? Just get out there and do something different, do something new, challenge yourself, push yourself, grind yourself, work yourself. Don't give up. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. I am really, really trying to push that. I'm trying to help people understand that. I want people to know that you can do things, you can, accomplish things that you didn't think you could do. You can push yourself and you can rise to overcome these challenges that you didn't think were possible. All these things that you were just like, oh, yeah, I could never do that. Maybe one day or this and that. Just get out there and do it. Try, push. Um, we talked about this in my first video. I have never run a marathon before. Uh, so training for my first marathon, got my first half marathon in about 25 days or so. Going to be running the Kuzler Park Half Marathon in York, Pennsylvania. If you have never, or I'm sorry, if you have heard of that before, or if you've ran it, if you know anyone who did and you want to reach out to me and send me some advice, some pointers, anything you know about the course, or even if you're just going to be there and you want to say what's up, let me know. Looking forward to it. I can't wait to get out there. If I run into anyone cool, we'll maybe grab some burgers and, I'm sure I'm going to be really, really hungry afterwards. But, anyway, the real point of these videos, I guess, again, as I said before, is to really try and motivate people to get out of their comfort zone and to try and do something that they never done before, to get comfortable being uncomfortable, if you would. Um, to reach out to people who might be battling with anxiety, depression, substance abuse. As I mentioned before as well in my first video, I am a recovering alcoholic. Um, I admitted about a year and a half ago that I was powerless over alcohol and I needed to hand my life over to a higher power. For me, that was God. Turning to Christian faith. I'm not saying that's for everyone. I'm not trying to beat that down anyone's throat. That's just part of something that helped for me. So anyway, I'll skip past that real quick. Anyway, I also found running to be huge, huge, huge for me. Obviously, AA meetings, I don't want to overlook that anyway, but I don't want to preach things down people's throat. I don't want this to try and, turn into one of those, I'm trying to get people to be like me. No, I just want people to know what worked for me. So that way you can try and, whatever works for you, but I just want you to do something if you feel like you're struggling. Okay. So one of the biggest physical things for me was working out. That got to a point where I didn't really know where I was going. Tried to do a couple Spartans, Tough Mudders. I trained, but didn't train hard enough. Went out there and completed, but didn't truly complete. If you know anything about those, maybe skipped on burpees here and there, said I was doing this, said I was doing that, kind of, I don't want to say cheated because there was no cheating going on, but I guess cheated myself, as they would say in a sport like that, saying to myself, I finished. And when I know that I should have did more, maybe, I only did 27 or 28 burpees instead of 30. There's a lot of people out there that do stuff like that. And I'm not saying, one way or the other, but, for me, I had to start holding myself accountable for not just that, but, all kinds of things in life. And that's where, admitting that I was an alcoholic was one huge thing for me, to start taking accountability in my life. and to try and become a better person, a better husband, a better father, a better son, a better niece, nephew, grandson, uncle, um, whatever, I probably said some incorrect titles. I'm probably missing some, I kind of just rambled on there, but I am trying to be the best person that I can be. I want to be the best Miguel, the best Migs that I can be. And I truly mean that sincerely from my heart. I have twin boys, 14-year-old twins that I don't get to see, that I don't have much of a relationship with, that I only get to talk to on the phone a few times a month, that I am trying to be a better person for, and I'm trying to let them know, the person that I'm trying to become. And I'm trying to inspire other people, who may be struggling with similar things. I want you to know that you're not alone out there. Reach out if you need someone to talk to. Uh, Bottling up those thoughts and those feelings can really, really cause a lot. I get emotional even thinking about it. I kind of get like choked up here and I get a little teary eyed, just thinking about that because, that leads to anxiety and depression. And, people get very, very, very unsafe thoughts. You see things going around on, like, I saw, I don't know, it wouldn't even be considered a meme. I saw something going around talking about I'd rather I'd rather hear talk to you now than speak at your eulogy or something. I probably have the wording terribly off. But it's to go along the lines of reach out and talk to someone. You think that they might not want to talk. You think that they might not want to hear, but I'm sure someone does. Reach out to enough people. Just talk to people. Let people know that you're struggling. Let people in. Let people know that they can help you. And also, that'll help you be able to cope with yourself, and that'll help you be able to work on other things. Again, one thing that really, really helps me is running, being out there, uh, challenging myself to new things now. So now I'm actually running, and I'm really holding myself accountable in these races. So I started off with, I'm doing road races now, and did a 5K and done a bunch of 5Ks. Did one or two 10Ks, did an 8 miler. So got a few of those under the belt. Again, got a half marathon in 3.5 weeks that I'm trying to break a sub 2 in. Uh, Hopefully, training works out well and we can accomplish that. Half or a full marathon in March with my one of my best friends in the world, my little brother Eddie Lugo. Shout out. We'll be flying out to LA. My first time visiting LA, seeing LA. Looking forward to seeing y'all. If you're out there and you're watching this video, I will be coming out there. I will be looking forward to crushing your city when I run this marathon. And I'm not saying that I'm trying to be cocky and say I'm going to win first, but I'm going to crush. And by crush, I mean I'm going to give it my all, because that's what I'm about right now. Giving everything my all, putting my focus and my energy and putting that all in a positive place and doing something good. A lot of these races are generating money for charity and they're trying to do good things, and you're running, you're building health, you are building stamina, you are building everything about you, physical. You look better, you feel better. I mean, there's just everything about it. It doesn't matter if you're running Eliud Kipchoge time and you're trying to run a sub 2 marathon, or your goal is to walk across a finish line and just finish before they break down the aid stations before cutoff time, or if your goal is to just finish before the sun comes down and you're going after cutoff times just to say that you finished. It doesn't matter. Get out there and do something. And this doesn't just go for marathons. This goes for life. Get out there and, set something. If you've been the person that has always been academically challenging yourself and, furthering your education, or always pushing your nose in the books, and try and find something physical to do. Get outside your comfort zone on the weekends and really, really push yourself. If you're the person who has always been an athlete and you've always been grinding that aspect, then I don't know, go get like a trivia book or go get something, and try and push your brain. But do something that you're not already doing and push yourself and uh, get out of your comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Um, just try and be the best version of you, you know? Uh, that's all I want to do here is inspire and motivate people to try and do that. The last video was kind of like sad, I guess. I don't want to say sad, but the tone was kind of down. And this one, I'm trying to be more positive in this one. Um, Feeling really, really good about this training. The whole end goal with this first series of videos is going to be following me into LA. And, I'm feeling really, really good about training right now. Just found some really nice sneakers online at a pretty good sale. So I was able to grab those, and I'm actually wearing them untied right now to kind of break them in for my training run tomorrow with a good friend of mine. And, all of the goals that I'm supposed to be doing in my training runs, I'm accomplishing so far. So I'm feeling really, really good. You know, I feel like I'm in better physical shape at the age of 32 than I've ever been in my life. Uh, I feel better than I ever have. At over a year and a half sober, I just feel cleaner, I guess. I feel lighter, both physically and mentally. And being able to get involved in something like running for me has also really helped with my thoughts and being able to chill out. And when I'm out there, I can kind of think about some things and I can also push other things out and I can just focus on my training, or I can think about, happy things, and I can really take myself to a place where I didn't know I could be. And that feels really, really good for me, doing things that I didn't think were possible. And I kind of surprise myself every day. And I think you can do the same. I'm going to end this with saying that I told a few people that if I could inspire one person with each video, that would be enough for me. That would make this worth my time. That would make everything I'm doing here completely worth it. Um, I actually had one person reach out to me on Facebook. I wish I would have saw the message sooner. But I actually just saw it and it made me feel, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But the message said something along the lines of, just saw your post, saw your video, really, really inspiring. Running has been tough for me, but I'm feeling better now. And I just completed 2 miles and it was inspiring, and just did that because of your video that I just saw. Sincerely, your friend from Australia. Now, this is a gentleman that I never met before, someone that I just saw. I guess he saw my video from posting it in one of the groups on the Marathon Runners page or training page, or maybe from my personal page. I couldn't even tell you where he saw it. But it was one of the, 150 views that I saw on my YouTube video for the first time. And that kind of just really sunk in and really made me want to get this second video up immediately. I was already thinking about doing this video tonight, but that kind of just like popped me up and really, really woke me up, going on 1:15 a.m. or whatever time it is right now. I don't even remember when I started this video, with all the pauses and retrying and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not a video creator, I'm just a guy who is just trying to pass on a message, uh, be a disciple of God, uh, be a good person. And that's all I want to do. And I hope to inspire more people, you know. And like I told him, the way he reached out to me, that inspires me. He says I inspired him. I say he inspired me. It's a circle. We're all inspiring each other. We're all motivating each other. We're all grinding. We're all pushing. It doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. There's other people there trying to accomplish it. 5 people trying to do those same things. Connect, network, meet new people, step outside, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Say it with me, people. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Let's roll with it. Let's do it. Shout out 2020, new decade, new goals, New Year's resolutions, new year, new me, new you, new everybody. Do you. Do it. Grind it. I want to hear about it. Reach out to me. Find me on social media. Miguel Reyes on Facebook. Um, like this video, subscribe this video, share this video. Please tell people, pass it on. If you know a friend who's battling with any of these problems, pass it on. There's people out here. I'll give out my personal phone number if I have to, if it means that someone has someone to talk to. All right? Talk to someone. I love everybody. Be safe. God bless. Happy New Year.